And we're live in five, four, three, two, one. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News. My name is Sky Davis. This is Dick Dastardly, and thank you so much for coming to watch us live on our broadcast from the Kuffs FiveM Server. How are you doing this evening, Dick?
I'm doing wonderfully fantastic, believe it or not. It's been a beautiful day in the city. I was able to get out and spend some time out in the city today. How are you doing today, Sky?
I am doing very well. It was a very gorgeous day out in the city, and hopefully it was gorgeous in the rest of San Andreas as well. I know I was hanging out on the Spooky Beach today, taking in some sun rays this afternoon. So lovely to hear that everybody else had a good time.
Yes, I was up in Paleto Bay, walking along the beach up in that area. You know, that breeze coming in from the north, coming across the ocean was just enough to cool you off, but not too much to keep you cold, and it kept the sun off of you pretty decently. So,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, it was. Yeah, awesome. Would you like to get us, rolling, this evening, Mr. Nick?
sure thing. We've had a busy week this week in the city. I know we had action on Monday. Well, no, my correction, on Tuesday. I know we had action on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it was a very busy week. We had
It
court
was.
Friday night. We had the jailers. They was working really well Saturday night, and then we had some patrols on Thursdays and Tuesday this past week.
Yes,
So
indeed.
a lot of information to cover. I got to hang out in our courthouse, fine new courthouse we had built for us up in the city. We was doing some recording up there, but unfortunately we had some technical difficulties
Mm,
mid recording, and we wasn't able to save that video and able to post it like we wanted to. But there was some sentences handed down from Lou Brickant.
yes.
Yes, he was giving out some good sentences, and he actually off some with a you almost say like a slap on the wrist to some people, which
Wow.
was surprising for a new judge in the city. Usually he likes to come in and make a name for himself, but he was doing pretty lenient sentences on some, but then again, there was some that went away for quite some time.
Indeed. It all depends on the situation. We have a lot of different crime rates in Los Santos, so you never know what's gonna happen, especially with Judge Lou Burkant in the state here now.
Most definitely, I believe he's going to come in and really help persuade some of these criminals to
Mhm.
at least slow down some of the criminal activity. But do you want to give us a rundown on Monday night? Because I believe you have a little more knowledge of not what all went down Monday night. I'm sorry, correction. Ooh, I told you it's been a long week. What went down on Tuesday night? Because I believe
Yes.
you have still have those contacts in the law enforcement and the dispatch center Tuesday, didn't you?
I do. Tuesday was a very busy day. It was our first time having the Tuesdays be a pre streamer night, which was a lot of fun over here on the channel. And from the city, I know for the first time ever, there was I hope I'm going to say this right. Sasquatch. There were two Sasquatch sightings. Evidently, they were men in costumes. But the San Andreas Highway Patrol had a lot of fun figuring that one out because it was kind of a little bit of a toss up on what to do that evening um, on uh, on everything. But that was quite the interesting and funny call for the law enforcement to roll up on. Of course, that Tuesday night being the night after the 4th, so it was in the theme, of course, that we kind of hear, some fireworks still being shot off, and earlier in the evening on shift, I know the San Andreas Highway Patrol and the Sheriff's Department responded out to the Rockford Hills Pond Lake area um, to deter some. individuals from setting off fireworks um, and lighting them off too close to boats and in areas where they shouldn't have been at early times in the morning. Um, that was definitely a something that we weren't expecting, but of course we want everyone to be safe, and a reminder that fireworks are legal in some parts of the state, but to really read up on that so you have the current and right information.
Luckily, they didn't get a ticket or go to jail. I think they just got a warning
Yes.
from
Yep.
Sergeant Sharp that morning.
Yes, and that morning they were told to vacate the area, and they did so as respectively, and they were all able to leave the area. Um, and it was everyone went home safe and unharmed, which is always what we want, especially when drinks and alcohol and booze are involved.
I believe there were a few MVAs that next morning, but I believe I remember listening to the scanner and they said something about there was a deceased person was up in the hills too, wasn't there?
Yes, unfortunately, there was a house call, where there was a call on someone's light alert going off, and in terms there was an individual on property, and this individual didn't realize that their aunt had come into town, and their aunt unfortunately had a uh, emergency medical episode while in the home, and they did pass. So we do send well wishes and condolences to the family and those who knew her. I am unaware of their name. They are not releasing that at this time, but we do wish everyone the best in that situation.
That is terrible to hear. Once again, yeah, our condolences for Weasel News is being sent
Mm-hmm.
to the family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Later in the week, we had some action as well. I know we talked about on Saturday. But Thursday, thinking back to it, I believe we had uh, some some action from our own station here. Mr. Peter Trickle was rehired as uh, as part time again, and he's been doing a great job. Happened to not wreck the truck and not get it set on fire and not get it stolen from him this time around. So that is great to hear. I believe he witnessed a crash on hand, and was able to one, help law enforcement on two different occasions. He was first on scene, and he was able to help let law enforcement know of what happened during a crash. Unfortunately, there was a woman who fell asleep at the wheel, and she did get transported to the hospital. We hope she's doing well, um, but she uh, fell asleep at the wheel, and our own Peter Trickle actually captured that on camera, so just to go check that out on Rockets and Gamers if you did miss it. But he also, I believe, was on scene on another event, and he was able to give a full description in helping law enforcement either catch somebody or get to know. I'm not exact. I haven't completely heard from Peter about the entire situation, but he was given a Good Samaritan award, or award, as I should say, and was rewarded $500. So congratulations to Mr. Peter Trickle, doing some good work out in the community and for our station.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe he caught a high speed chase on camera too. At the same time, was able to get kind of in the middle of it and follow it all the way to its conclusion.
Wow,
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's correct.
wow,
Maybe I can get my
wow.
brother back there, Ricky, just to double check to make sure. But I believe he actually kind of got caught up in the middle of a high speed chase and then follow it to its conclusion on overpass.
Wow, that is awesome, and I know hopefully he didn't run too many red lights with that happening. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do for the camera footage, as we say in the media world.
He may have had his head hang out the window going woo 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 woo. So
Believe
you
it
don't
or
never know about him.
believe it or
He's
believe it or not, I can totally picture Peanut Tickler doing that.
he may have to get him a little light bar or something in that van if he's gonna keep on getting caught up in all these high speed chases and such.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. You know, of course that we want him to get the exact same, but maybe we'll get him a yellow one or something,
Maybe.
a little more flashy.
Well, I think we can work something around. Maybe get him some one of them old air raid sirens. That way he has a siren on hand. Get it on hand. Dun, dun.
Or just get a little megaphone, put a megaphone for him that he can go
Ooh,
wee woo really
that would
loud.
work too. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of megaphone, there's a new one in the server on LEO cars. You can't hear it yourself while it's in use, but others around you can hear you. And it's quite the attraction, interesting event. I know it was used by Captain Rico last evening, and it was a lot of fun to hear, you know, over the speakers, and it really amplifies throughout the roadway. That way, these criminals know to stop.
Most definitely. I can't remember if we highlighted in our last newscast, but we also have pepper spray that has been
Yes.
issued to law enforcement. I can't remember if we highlighted it Monday or if it was something new for Tuesday.
I believe it is new that we now have pepper spray available for law enforcement. Yes, indeed. And I know it was used last night by the sheriff's department. There was a incident on multiple occasions. There was a attempted bank robbery that the sheriff's department actually came up on. Carlson came up on that event, and there were shots fired. But a 1080 was able to be concluded in a different area, I believe, on Dutch London Street, I believe. Um, I might have to check my notes for that, but I believe on Dutch London, a um, a 1080 was concluded, and then after that, on the way to the hospital, a medic King, he is in good health and he is okay and was unharmed, but there was a hostage situation at Pillbox last night where that same woman was trying to get medications and took a medic into her into her hostage situation and had a little bit of little bit of a standoff with Elio in Pillbox, but she did give up the medic willingly, and then later was pepper sprayed and taken down by law enforcement, and everyone went home unharmed.
Well, we'll say unharmed for the most part. Pepper
Well,
spray kind of leaves a
well,
lasting taste in your mouth.
all the officers went home unharmed.
That's what we're looking for.
Yes, except for potentially Carlson because he shot off the taser while somebody else was pepper spraying. So I think that woman got double whammy there.
Woo! She got to ride a lightning and taste the heat. Woo!
Yes, indeed, indeed. Which I don't think that Carlson meant to do that in the moment, which he stated later. But hey, it stopped the suspect. So
What works? What works then?
yes.
Oh, so you mean to tell me, Carlson did it get shot this time?
No, he did not. I don't think he even shot a wall.
My
Which is
my
like,
my hats are off to you, sir. I am saluting you. Awesome.
yes, indeed. Indeed. I know there were a few traffic stops last night as well that all some were off with a written citation, some were verbal warning. But there was a suspicious. Well, first it was called as suspicious. But there was a train fire over at postal 215 along the train yard, and a freight train. The engine looks like the spark boxes from the railway. Hopefully I said that right. Um, had been sparking, and they caught some fuel or something on the train line that caused a freight train to go up um, in some flames, but the fire department were able to put it out in a timely manner, and they do not believe it was under any suspicion. All that was ruled out later once they got developments of the faulty spark box.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing. At least it was non-suspicious,
Yes.
non-actively set. We'll say that.
Yes, I know Lieutenant O'Connor and Captain Holt were both on that scene. And Captain Holt, they reviewed the area and they didn't see anybody. But they were still, having to be cautious to make sure they didn't miss anything. But later with the evidence of the spark boxes being faulty, they were able to get the investigator was able to get a full evidence procedure completed and was able to put it at that. So,
That is
indeed,
great.
indeed. Let's see. Are we missing? Um, I think our person of the week is gonna be as I stated, Mr. Peanut Trickle. Did very nice work out here for our department.
I have to second that. Peter Trickle done an awesome job by keeping the van in one piece this time. Eventually our insurance rates will drop back down to normal levels. But thank you, Mr. Trickle, for doing such a great job over the week of keeping our van in one piece, all four wheels on it, and no glass shot out of it.
Indeed, indeed,
That air conditioning comes in real handy in that van in this hot weather here in the city.
indeed, indeed. Definitely, definitely. And I think been trying to go through our businesses and maybe ones that we have missed or haven't gotten to completely cover. But I know there are businesses that are able to be you can work for them. You can kind of employ people. There is a script for that now where you are able to employ people. So I don't think there is a specific business for me to highlight this week, but I would like to highlight the entire workforce of San Andreas. I know there has been a bit of a um, employee shortage in some places of the city, but everything is doing very well. People are being hired on, people are getting jobs, and it's very nice to see the employment pick up within San Andreas.
Most definitely. Maybe that employment rate will start. Excuse me, that unemployment rate will start dropping, and the employment rate will go up in
In,
place of it.
indeed, indeed. You can always look forward to, rates like that going up. So,
So, have
absolutely.
you seen the new surf shop opening up down here on Vespucci?
I've heard about it. I just got a flyer in the a flyer from the surf shop. It was left on our desks earlier that we can highlight it. But what a great treat that we are gonna have um actual wave runners, or excuse me, actual what do I want, help me?
Surfboards and
Yes,
windsurfers.
windsurfers. There we go. I
Yes.
couldn't think of the word. Yeah, windsurfers. Actively used by civilians. Windsurfers. Skateboards for the skateboard parks, which will be fantastic. Again, trying to up the RP. In different kinds of situations.
Depending
Um,
on how they work it, I see some maybe some skate competitions and some surfing competitions in the near
Apps,
future.
Absolutely. I know there is someone who is planning hopefully within the next few weekends to do a aqua competition of sorts. We'll have jet skis and boat races and now windsurfing and surfing will become part of that. So great time, what a great time for this wonderful opportunity or this wonderful script and mod to be put in place.
Well, how's that song go? My, it's a great time to be alive.
Indeed.
Maybe we'll have
Indeed.
some sunny days for those competitions coming in a few weeks.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we can also highlight Bob's Balls out there at postal 2222, and we're getting word from the owner that one Megan has been doing a great job over there. And as he says it himself, he says that Bob's Balls will always need Megan's help, and indeed it will. Indeed it will. She can do many things over there to help Bob's Balls out and help with all the restocks and everything that goes on there. Some waxing maybe.
As long as don't drop Bob's balls, she'll be all right.
Indeed, absolutely, absolutely. Um, I did hear that somebody punched somebody with Bob's balls once. So,
That's
hopefully
have to
that.
be painful.
Right, right. I think she had a bruise for like 2 months. Um, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. In the future here.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe have to put some ice on the. Well, we'll just leave it out there. Maybe have to put some ice on that certain location that might need some attention done to it.
Indeed, indeed it will. Indeed it will. But hey, they've been keeping it pretty clean, so you know, we gotta say a saving grace for that, 'cause we wouldn't want Bob's balls to get dirty.
Well, at least it's sanitizing Bob's balls before he might plays with them.
Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. Um, weather this week will be pretty nice. We'll get some scattered showers here and there, but should be pretty nice within the city for the next few days. Got a lot to look forward to within the next few days. Of course, with new approved streamer Tuesdays. I know a Captain Rico Summer will be up on Tuesday, which will be a lot of fun to see what happens there within the city. Um, music. Thinking back to what we were on, I got distracted by Bob's balls.
As
Um,
usual.
as usual, you know. But what music have you been listening to?
I'm still hooked on Mirror Park radio station. They playing a pretty good mix lately, but I have been switching over to Channel X every now and then, listening to the rock on there. Just some good headbanging music. I've heard some Booty the Rocks is still slipping in and out of the radio station. I think he's starting to fall off. It should be about time I heard her make another public appearance to
Yes.
keep the public interested in her
Oh,
singles and her records coming
indeed.
out.
Indeed, indeed. And I did hear that the Rocket City midgets may be hiring a new band member,
Oh,
which will be quite interesting. Mr. Dwayne Earskin, kind of he signed up to become part of the Rocket City midgets, and I don't know. I don't know. We're in for quite a treat there. We've seen what he does, not in a band, so I'm kind of concerned about what he'll do in the band. But it's heard that they're talking about making a deal. So
I wonder if he's going to be a lead singer or if he's going to be a backup singer. Heck, he might even play an instrument. I wonder.
yeah,
I
I
wonder if it's
really
going to be
wonder.
an instrument that he can play. He probably won't do too good with a guitar
Yeah.
due to his stature.
Mhm.
So it may wind up
Mhm.
being something like a
Yeah.
triangle or something, something he could
Yeah.
easily handle.
Yeah, a triangle, or maybe he's just gonna break dance in the front. We're not sure yet, but eager to find out what happens there.
It will certainly be interesting in what comes along with that one.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Um, let's see. Do we have anything else to cover tonight, Dick? I'm trying
Oh
to.
man,
It's
it's
been
been a
it's been
full week.
it's been a long week. I'm trying to. I'm actually my brain is actually kind of fuzzy out here. Trying to just make sure that we capture all the amazing highlights in the community.
Most definitely. Let's see. We had our newscast this past Monday. Oh, don't forget, we celebrated our newscast on July 4th. And myself and Sky, we were decked out in patriotic outfits in case anyone happened to miss the Monday special newscast for July 4th.
Yes.
And then, we had Tuesday,
Mhm.
Wednesday. Wasn't there someone doing
There,
something Wednesday night
um,
too?
Wednesday was there was some 5 PD calls ran on Wednesday. Nothing super specific. But we did have some 5 PD calls ran that night. I believe Sharp was out there, kind of getting some having some fun with 5 PD and making the AI and locals work through their tickets, and she got quite a few tickets written, and is definitely gonna make her quota with Commissioner Granley.
If I'm not wrong, I believe the fire department has something going on earlier today, their own self, and one of the fire department members on their channel over there on Rome Plays Games, I believe he has some live action going on too earlier that day.
They did on Wednesday. Rome Place, yes, was live, and I know the fire department got on, and I believe I don't know if Billy made an appearance. Somebody in that neck of the woods made an appearance. So it's always nice to have people on. I believe Megan also made an appearance, which is super awesome when people can get on and involved.
Most definitely, but I think that may wrap up all the action that happened in
I
the city in
think
the
it
past
really
week.
has. We've had a lot go on, but a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of action, and that's what Cuffs is about: action, community, making people have a good time, RPing our hearts out, doing good RP, doing having a good time and putting our minds together to come up with great content and
Some
great fun.
off the cuff calls, we can call it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because there is no other server like Cuss. Always striving for greatness for our Cuss community.
Most definitely, always adding something new. Feels like something new
Every
daily
week,
sometimes,
yes.
at least weekly, something new is popping in.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. But yes, but I think that it will do it for us tonight. We've had a lot of fun here tonight. A lot of great calls during the week. A lot of great fun. A lot of great RP, and well done by everyone. And we all look forward to another week of knocking it out in the park with RP and good community fun.
That's right. It's been a great week all around. So was it Tuesday? You said Captain Rico,
Yep.
aka X, has Tuesday
Yep.
stream.
Excalibur, and then on Thursday it will be Commissioner Granley, Ace, and then on Saturday it will be back to Mr. Ryan Wilson, I believe. So it will be a lot of fun.
So
Good
everybody
week
make
packed
sure
up.
you tune into them body cams.
Absolutely. Gonna 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 be packed up, and of course, as always, you guys can go to cuffsgaming.com, which is up in the left hand corner of the screen, and of course check out the Discord as well. Hopefully the little bot, there we go. It's working. But check out the Discord. We also have Onyx Rocket City Gamers has put up a rotation schedule that you all can check out. On there as well, and of course our approved streamers, where that link is in the description, and everybody else will be on this week. But definitely check it out, and we appreciate you all being here. Would you like to close us out, Dick?
I sure will. So yes, we appreciate everybody tuning into our little 30 to 45-minute news feed once a week, and we are glad and proud to have you joining us and hanging out with us here and enjoying all of our wonderful streamers throughout the week on their streams. dropping all those likes and shares and subs and all that fun stuff for everybody, giving them the love that they all truly deserve. And thank you for supporting the Kuffs Gaming Server on FiveM, which is awesome. This is one of the best places I've found to spend some time in.
Yes.
But yes, want to thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight on Weazel News, getting our weekly rundowns, and it's been a great time sharing what happens on the server from our points of views.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But go ahead, Sky.
And we will see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank y'all.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.